Nice. And this is where we sleep. Wait, is there no light in this room? Okay, well, there's no light in this room. Is there not?
No.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Missing someone with all your missing someone with how much you missing.
Hey guys, so I did not get a chance to see this crash pad prior to coming here, and it was extremely uncomfortable to show up, but there's only one person here right now. He's really cool. He is PSA, I think, yeah. And now I wanted to show you guys really quick, because there's only one person. I don't want to do it when there's like 1,000 people here, the space. So if you are interested in staying in a crash pad in DC ever, this might work out for you. It's kind of like there's a 4 people max, and it's in a suite, so this is like what it looks like. So hello. So you have this little kitchen area, and then they have this little table, and this is where I've just been working. I really want to sleep here, but I don't know if I'm allowed. And I have my stuff over here in the corner for now. There's not much of a view. This is, I don't know what's going on down there, but we're in Alexandria, I think, Virginia, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, we've got, looks like 2 TVs. That's always nice. And this is where we sleep. Wait, is there no light in this room? Okay, well, there's no light in this room. Is there not?
No.
Oh, wow, okay. So, I don't know, I'm gonna try to turn this on. So maybe, yeah, see? I know it's dark, sorry. It's kind of creepy, right? This is not showing the best room possible. Yeah, this is the space, so this is the one I chose today. This is bed 1, and then that's the one who's here already. So they've got these little LED lights on them. It's not terrible. But these rotate, so you never know. And then it looks like we've got a little closet, a sink area, and this is the little bathroom. So it's not too bad. So that's that. What a day. So I showed you guys the crash pad, and it was fine in the beginning, but then I don't know what happened. Like I came outside, I went and got dinner, you know, whatever, did the whole normal stuff. But then when I went back upstairs after filming, yeah, there was so many people in there, which I get, it's a crash pad. But the way it's structured, I don't think is like gonna work for me personally, because it's too, like, the one room with the people coming in and out is waking me up. And people are like snoring and you know, just not being very respectful with their phones, and so, you know, it's but I mean, it's not that they have to be, it's just that that's the way they live their life, and I live my life differently. So it's nothing against anyone that's been in the room. It's just kind of, I don't know if this is gonna work, guys. Like, I'm just gonna be completely honest with you. Like, between last night, I got no sleep, and the hotels in the area, like, I'm just gonna be real, they're like 120 something a night for the cheapest places. I'm spending so much money on food because there's nothing but some hole in the wall, like, probably gonna get E. coli from their food place across the street in Aldi, and a few other like little places that really do not interest anybody. And I get like, yeah, you could go to the store. People are like thinking, oh, why don't you go to the store? Why don't you go buy this? Why don't you go buy that? Which, I mean, I could buy all those things, sure. But the problem is, anyway, but yeah, I don't really want to go get groceries. I don't really want to have to cook and all that stuff because there's really nothing to cook. All I have is a microwave and like a fridge that I have to like empty out by the end of the day or whenever I leave, like in the mornings, which makes things really complicated because I'm not getting any shifts. And to be honest with you, like this morning when I checked out, I was so tired because I didn't sleep, like I said. So when I went to the airport, we were supposed to do in-dock, which is supposed to be learning about the base and learning about where to clock in and learn, or not clock in, but like where to sign in and where the, you know, all the ins and outs of the base are. And it's not that I don't think that it was beneficial in some respects, but I feel like I don't even know how to bid correctly to make sure that I get what I need. So of course we wait till almost the end of the day to even get our June schedules. And I mean, I think that's a little crazy considering they've been out since like almost a month ago, and we're just now seeing what days we have off, which I mean, as a reserve flight attendant, we don't even have like any designated days that we can assign ourselves anything other than on our off days. And to be quite honest, I'm not gonna work on my off days because I'm going to try to be home as much as I can. Well, I specifically tried to get it to where I could at least get 3 days at a time. And of course, they give me 2 days off followed by 5 days off. Like the sequences was like 2 days off, 5 days off, 2 days off, 3 days off. And that's all I got. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, so like 12 days off, which is fine. But that puts me at having 6 days on twice followed by a 2-day off. And it's like, you know, they're not going to use me for 6 days because they're not even using me now, and I'm just sitting over here in this crash pad, and it's like I gotta find somewhere else to be or this isn't gonna work, guys. Like, I hate to, this is like me being as bluntly honest as possible. Like, I want to do this and I want to make it happen, but like this Charlotte wait, and I know it'll be worth it later when I'm not having to commute and I'm not having to like deal with this, but in the meantime, I can't be exhausted. Like, I have to get rest. And I mean, you've seen, I live on ZQL already as it is in a comfortable environment, and you know, I don't have this problem elsewhere when I'm staying home or if I'm staying at JD's or wherever. And I know it just sounds like I'm complaining, but the reality is like this job is already very tiring. It's very exhausting, and it takes a lot out of you because even if you're sitting at this airport for 6 hours, you know, you're constantly checking your phone or whatever. It's a lot. It's a lot to handle. And, you know, it's basically like just waiting to get assigned something at this point, because today we tried to learn to bid. I still don't understand it. I don't get it at all. But basically, I tried to like request several trips with like different layovers to Charlotte and different layovers here, and 3 days and 2-day trips, and even a 1-day trip just to get me out of this environment so I could clear my head. And of course, I get assigned airport standby tomorrow, which, I mean, whatever. Some people like airport standby. I probably would love airport standby in Charlotte, but I really don't want to go. First of all, I don't get out of here until 12:30. I mean 11. No, I have to be there at 1:30 p.m. So I don't even like get out of the room, check out of this space, and get on the shuttle until 11. And that doesn't sound like it's really late, but when you don't sleep, and you got people checking in the morning and checking out in the morning, and hotel staff coming in to clean, it's like you got to go to bed early. But if you don't sleep, then you're screwed, because what happens if you go to work and you work standby? Well, if you're at standby and you're on duty for 6 hours and you haven't slept, it's like then you're going back to do it all over again, and that's only day one of my reserve period for these 3 days that I'm good for. So but this is just not a good start to like what I mean, I get this is what we go through as flight attendants, but it's just not a good start. It's not ideal, and a lot of it has to do not so much with the job, because I wouldn't mind going to the airport for 6 hours if I had gotten 8 hours of sleep. So I'm extremely sleep deprived, and I'm running on like no money, and I don't even know when we're getting it paid because they didn't verify that today either. So just know, like, if you're gonna do this, like, just be ready, because this is just a lot. It's a lot. So I'm not happy right now. I hate to say that, and that sounds really pessimistic, And I'm sure a lot of people will be like, well, maybe you need to get over it, or maybe you shouldn't have done this job, or, you know, whatever. And I get that. But it's like, we all signed up for this job to fly. We all signed up to this job because we like the idea of whether if you do or don't, but you signed up because you're going to be with people. And you signed up because, yeah, you're going to be away from home, but there's a flexibility to your job. So these characteristics of the position that are portrayed to, you know, to a new hire from early on, whether it's at, you know, your face-to-face or whatever, they're not following through. Like, I don't feel this is not very flexible at all. Like, I'm at the mercy of an airline and I have to be somewhere at a specific time, and I don't even get to really choose my days off. So it's like, okay, well, never mind the fact that I didn't need 5 days off in the middle of the week, but that's what I got. So, yay. And then, you know, other than, it's just not, like, I'm not traveling. I'm not going anywhere. Like, and this is how they said it's mostly going to be. And when I mentioned the fact that, you know, I was like, can someone at least show me how to, like, you know, aggressively bid where I can, like, only be out of DCA because I don't want to have to go to Baltimore. I don't want to have to go to, you know, Dulles or anything. It just wasn't good. Like, no one showed me anything. So, of course, I'm just trying to figure it out on my own accord. I don't have any idea what I'm going to get assigned, how I'm going to get assigned it, when things open up, when they close. I don't know any of it. And, like, I'm trying to understand it, but I'm not from the airline industry, and so this is becoming really difficult. So we're going to just see how it goes. And I already told JD, and I told a few of my other friends, like, I've already expressed that, you know, it's okay if this is not for me. And I get that, but it's like, at the same time, I can't just say, oh, this isn't for me until I've actually experienced the trips and done the things that I said I was going to do by taking on this adventure. So I'm trying to hold out, but at the same time, like, I have bills and I have a body that needs sleep and fuel, and it's not healthy. And there comes a point in time where you have to tell yourself, is this becoming a problem? Like, rather than a career or, you know, something positive, is this becoming problematic? So that's kind of how I feel. And I don't feel like there's a lot of other people in that predicament because they're moving into apartments here, or their crash pads are private rooms or whatever, and I can't seem to find anything. So the apartments are too expensive, the crash pads are not private, so I know it's just going to be another bunk bed / situation where, you know, and that wouldn't be a problem, but it's going to be a problem because I'm not going to get used as often, and that was made very clear today. So, especially here in DC, it's like you might get a couple trips here and there, but not all the time. And on top of that, I think the other really kind of big issue is the fact that this crash pad I'm in only allows 16 nights per month. And I mean, that may sound like a lot, but when you're on reserve like every single day, it's a little different. So, I don't know. I mean, I may overlap that. I may have to get hotels. I thought about it. I was like, maybe I should, you know, bring my car here, which I talked to, you know, you guys about a little bit. And then the guy that we had, you know, showing us around and stuff today at Indoc said not to bring my car because there's transit. And I'm like, yeah, there's transit, but it's spread out, far and few in between, and it's not easy to navigate, and it's just a headache, and it costs, so it's like you might as well just have your car. But he was like, well, then you might get, you know, a missed trip because you might be late to work because of whatever. But I'm like, yeah, but at the same time, there's 2 like trains down that go north, so it's like, how would I even get to Baltimore? So I still got to figure that out. I don't know what to do. I'm moving out of an apartment. There's just so much going on at one time, and I feel like I just need time to think all this through where it's not in this environment. Because I just went from, like, you know, training to home for like 2 days, and then boom, slam bam, crammed into a hotel, you know, in DC, as you guys saw, and then it just went straight into all this headache. So I don't know. I can't promise anything. All I can say is that I'm gonna give it my best, and I'm gonna try to make it work. But if it doesn't happen, then it doesn't happen, guys. There is a backup. You know, I can still go to school. There are other jobs out there for me. I don't have to do this. As great as it would be to be a flight attendant, I just sometimes things don't line up. So I'm also, you know, I've got my friend Ashlyn who is going to talk to her family about me staying in their house and rent space from them or whatever. And it's like, it's far out. I mean, it's an hour and a half from DCA, and most people get used at a DCA. So it's like, I'm going to be living really far away, and with a 3-hour call out time, it's like, you know, like I'm going to have to drive 2 hours and some change just to come sit at the airport standby for 6 hours. Like, it's just, yeah, you know. Anyway, I still have to check my schedule to find out all the details of what I was given, and I have to eat dinner, and at some point I need to like take a shower and get my life together. So I just wanted to come on here and give you the tea or the day, and hope that this will serve someone in a positive way, despite the fact that it hasn't been a very positive day. So I'm gonna go try to make it more positive. But I'll see you guys later. Bye. Guys, I couldn't do the crash pad. I had to get my own room. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I tried so hard, but look how tired I am. Do you see this? Jeez Louise. It's like 11 o'clock at night. I got this like 2 hours ago, and I just spent 2 hours trying to learn how to bid. I've been doing like some research on like places I could stay and like ways I could finesse the system to try to make this work until my transfer, and like when my transfer is going to come in. Anyway, yes, I have my own room. I went upstairs after I got off the cam like earlier with you guys. I went and got something to eat across the street, and then came down and like talked to JD forever on the phone, and then I go upstairs and all the beds are occupied, and I have to wait for someone who's supposed to like leave, and then I go in and like the heat's on, and it's like it's only been an hour. I just can't do it. Like, I know that's so bougie or whatever, you know, people are gonna say, but I can't do it. I can't do it. I tried my heart. I gave it my all. I gave it a whole over 36 hours or whatever it was. And I know I paid for it, but I can't do it. I can't. It's incredibly too difficult. So now I have my own room. Yay. And I've put in a couple of bits, because there's really like in DC there's just like no flying. Like there's no, what's an open time, it's like you can't pick up on unless it's your off day. And like I got standby tomorrow, so I can't bid aggressive for tomorrow, I don't think, according to what I'm learning. I can't bid aggressive because I'm already like kind of aggressive, because when you bid aggressive, it's usually when you just have a wrap but you don't have an assignment. So it's just like you were just assigned the wrap, and they can give you standby or they can give you a sequence. Well, I already have standby, so it's kind of like I already got awarded something, which I did. I actually got awarded this thing I asked for, but it's just not what I wanted, preferably. So now I'm going to go to the airport. At least it's a later time, so I can check out and I can go to the airport and hang out, and then I can figure out where I'm going to sleep again if they don't use me, which I don't know how to find out like what's in open time to see where I even am on the list and all that. So I'm going to try to get that information tomorrow, along with a couple other questions. But also someone from my class who's based here with me in DC says that they think that we're supposed to get our base transfer notifications, or at least they're supposed to release the list on the 27th. So that should be interesting. I'm off the 27th. I have a flex day, but hoping they don't use that so I can go home. The good news is DCA flies to Greensboro, Raleigh, and Charlotte. Baltimore flies to Charlotte, and Dulles also flies to Charlotte. So I'll get home sometime, but I'll talk to you guys later. I'm gonna go take a shower and get my life together. So bye. Hey guys, thanks for watching my video. If you enjoyed keeping up with the life with me, please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and stay tuned for clips from the next vlog. And as always, keep in mind, positive thoughts generate positive feelings and attract positive life experiences. Bye!